Looking at the San Joaquin Index for 2013, how did it end the year?
It ended the year on a positive note. The overall reading for the four-county Fresno metropolitan area was above growth neutral. Of course, this is good, indicating that the economy, the four-county economy, is going to continue to expand for the first half of 2014. Now, we've been tracking growth for the past year, and we're seeing that in our survey. We're going to continue to see it for the first half of 2014. That growth is going to unfortunately be slow. We're seeing a housing sector that's coming back, but boy, it's not back to its pre-recession levels. There it's remaining somewhat weak.
What about employment for the region?
The employment number was above growth neutral. Of course, what we're seeing there is manufacturing, not as strong as we'd like to see. Now, business services for the area is improving fairly significantly, and that's, of course, spilling over into many of the wider economy. Business services being legal services, accounting services, engineering services, the businesses that serve other companies in the four-county area. That's looking better. We're going to see that in the economy ahead. Our inflation gauge for the four-county area still indicating very modest inflationary pressures, but interestingly, the individuals we surveyed for the month of December, they're concerned, at least about one-third of them are concerned about inflationary pressures moving into 2014. Of course, what that's going to push the Federal Reserve. I think we're going to see it in the national surveys as well. That's going to push the Federal Reserve to begin to taper a little more aggressively in 2014, meaning they're going to reduce their bond buying more than we anticipated at least a couple of months ago.
How about trade for the region?
Trade to the region was pretty good for the four-county area, indicating even with the stronger dollar, which makes U.S. goods and Fresno goods less competitively priced abroad, that number was looking much better than what we've seen in the past. Business confidence was up for the month, and of course that had a lot to do with the budget deal that the House and the Senate were able to come together and agree on, and that of course is for the next 2 years. So that was good for business confidence. Of course, the national economy is improving, and so is the four-county regional economy. But again, it's not improving as fast at the San Joaquin Valley is not improving as fast as the U.S. economy, and we're seeing that in our survey. We're seeing it in national surveys.
What else about the survey and looking ahead in 2014?
Well, we asked about hurdles for biggest hurdle they anticipated for the 2014 San Joaquin Valley economy, and the number one issue was concerns about increasing prices. About one-third of the businesses indicated they were concerned about increasing prices for supplies and raw materials that they purchase. Of course, that's very interesting given the modest level of inflationary pressures we've been tracking. About 1/5, 20%, indicated their number one concern was the implementation of the Affordable Care Act. Of course, that's a big concern across the nation. It's even bigger concern in the San Joaquin Valley, concerned about the increasing cost and, of course, coverage of the Affordable Care Act and what that means to their businesses.
Anything else about the index?
The economy is improving again. The unemployment rate for the region is almost double what the national number is. We're going to see the unemployment rate move lower. We're going to see some of those workers that were discouraged, that moved out of the labor market, they're going to come back into the labor market. Of course, that's good news for businesses looking for employees, and that's what we're going to see for 2014. Again, the economy is improving, will continue to improve for 2014. And unfortunately for most of the businesses and individuals and families out there, it's not going to improve as fast as the national economy. Got some real issues with local governments, local government hiring in the area where we're seeing job losses. Federal government job losses that we're seeing in the four-county area. Now on the state government side, we're seeing a hiring pickup for the four-county area, and that's of course been solid, and we're going to see that continue for 2014.